$5 for that? That's crazy.
I know.
It's like a whole
So cheap.
All right, so here we are. It is second week of Coach Basics. First week, it was actually just kind of a preseason leading up into our next 3 weeks where you guys get to get excited, you get to learn, you get to grow, and you get to become the best of the best. Because if you guys passed the 3 weeks mark and you guys are still here, that means you guys are in it to win it. So the people that are watching this call, for the people that could not jump on, congratulations, you're going into week 2. We as coaches are super proud of you guys. So we are just going to kick it right into high gear so everybody can enjoy their night. So Coach Basics, proof of the product, and I am excited that I get to talk to you guys about this because I am a huge proof of the product. And not only once, I've done it twice. And now I'm going on my 3rd time because after Nashville, I gained some weight and I'm not happy about it. But you know what? It's all good. It's the ups and downs of us coaching. See, this isn't working. There we go. So breaking news, guys. There are some things that you do not have to worry about. Number 1, you do not have to be in perfect shape to be a Beachbody coach. You do not have to have lost 100 pounds. You do not have to have the perfect transformation. What you guys do need to do is you got to work on yourself. You got to work on yourself every single day. And what does that mean? Dun, dun, dun. Show that the products work. And how do I know that the products work? Because I've done it. I've done it. Eric's done it. Dominique has done it. Tara's done it. We've all done it. And you know what? I work this business when I'm not working on myself. And when I do work on myself, I find that my business flourishes. And why? Because 1, my confidence is up. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling great. And I'm believing in the product because I'm working on it. What I don't want you guys to do is do not be an undercover coach. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't want you guys to be the product of the product, but not talk about it. You guys have to share your stories. You have to talk about everything that you are doing, whether it's you drinking your Shakeology, whether it is your workout. So when you work out, you want to talk about it. When you drink Shakeology, you want to talk about it. When you're reading personal development, guys, you want to talk about it. Why? Because that is being proof of the product as well. You reading and you growing your mind is a transformation just as much as it is outside, but more importantly, it is a transformation on the inside. So you're probably wondering, how and where do I talk about this? Again, you guys are all new coaches. You're unsure. You don't know what the next steps are. That is what our next 3 weeks here with our Coach Basics are going to teach you guys, the ins and outs of almost everything you can think of. The great thing about Beachbody and what we do as coaches is you do not have to reinvent the wheel. So when you are working on yourself and you're drinking your Shakeology, you want to share it. So where do you want to share it? You want to share it to Facebook. Facebook is one of the main platforms that a lot of people use, but there are so many more. So I don't want you guys to limit yourself at just one, or if you're really good at another one, then don't be afraid. I'm not on Facebook all the time. That's okay, because you can share it on Pinterest. You can share it on Snapchat. I know Dominique and Eric are playing around with Snapchat right now. They have Snapchat stories. But not only does Snapchat do that, Instagram does that as well now, Instagram stories. Twitter is another platform you guys can learn and grow on. Again, Instagram, that's where Eric and Dominique do most of their business. I am mostly Facebook. Scotty Hobbs is mostly YouTube. And that was the last one, YouTube right there. So again, where do I talk about this? You can talk about it everywhere. Facebook, Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Everyone you meet on the street. Do not be afraid to talk to people. I know Steve and Angela. Steve signed a couple of coaches just by up close and personal conversations. He met someone in a grocery store, and I believe he's actually one of his diamond coaches now. So you can talk to anybody. Never be afraid to share your story. Never, and you know, a great way of doing that is your wear and share, having your Shakeology cup, wearing an Insanity shirt or anything like that. Um, if you look at Scotty as a prime example, you can see Scotty almost going everywhere, and he's wearing a coach shirt or a Body Beat shirt or something like that. Use that to your advantage. Why? Because people will come to you and they'll ask you questions. They'll ask, well, what is that? What are you wearing? What is Body Beast? What is Insanity Max 30? Right? There's so many choices of stuff that you can wear and share that people ask you questions. Another thing you should be doing right in the beginning is talking to your family. Talk to your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your mother, your cousins, your sister, your brother, your half sister, your half brother. Speak to your inside family members first. Let them know what you're doing. Let them know that you're excited about you starting this new journey, and starting a brand new business. This is something that you guys need to be very proud of. 3 years ago when I started this, I am not the same person I am today. I was coming out of a divorce, or 4 years ago, I was coming out of divorce. I wasn't happy. You know, I never touched a book in my life. And ever since then, I've got family now all over the world. I have Dominique and Eric, where I can go see them in Maui. You got Scotty Hobbs out in Idaho. We got the Corners in Florida. You know, we have family all over the place that in an instant we can call them up and they'd be like, yeah, absolutely, come down, right? And that's how close we all are. And the same goes in return to them. Not that anybody wants to come to cold Canada, but the door is always open. So share. What do you want to share? You want to share your story. Your story is going to be shared a lot. It's not going to be shared once. You want to sit down, write it out, create your story. Who are you? Who is Tara? Who is Dominique? Who is Michaela? You know, who's Eric? Who's Shawn? You want to write it out because you are going to want to talk about it. And if you're not at the ending, that's okay, because you're going to create your ending in the next little while. And honestly, my story started off small, but over the last few years, so many things have happened that I just continue to add to it. I actually think I got to redo it because mine's starting to be like a novel. I've talked about my original struggles with my divorce and how Beachbody helped me with that. And then I had major hip surgery, and I talked about the struggles and how hard it was to get back into being the proof of the product. It took me a long time. You can ask Scotty, you can ask Eric. It took me like almost a year to get back to, actually it was a year to get back to the full mindset that I was before the surgery. It really took a lot out of me. And that's what I mean is I've done it twice, because in that year I gained 25 pounds, but in 12 weeks, I lost 23 of those pounds. So share your story, share your ups. When you're up, you always want to talk about it. But when you're down, don't be afraid to share your downs as well. People want to know that you're real. People want to know that, you know, you're not that super mom or you're not that super dad. Me, I work 2 full-time jobs on top of being a Beachbody coach. And during the day, I work for the city. At nighttime, I'm a nightclub DJ. I'm very successful at it. As well as a Beachbody coach. And you know what? There has been ups and downs in all 3 businesses, but it makes me relatable to other people. Me having two full-time jobs and running a Beachbody business, people want to know how I do it, right? I know Eric likes to compete with me a little bit, because he says, well, Shawn can do this on so many hours. And he said this to me, if Shawn can do this on so many hours, I need to get up there, right? But share your downs. At the same time, make sure you're sharing your wins, whatever it may be. And it doesn't even have to be Beachbody related. It could be any win, you know, maybe your daughter, just an example, maybe your daughter did a front somersault in gymnastics. That's a win. That's something you want to share on your Facebook or your other social media platforms. You want to share them. But when it comes to Beachbody, you want to share your rank advancements. You want to share your 5-pound weight loss. Doing the 21-day fix, you want to do it for 3 weeks so you can share what you achieved in those 3 weeks. And don't just let it be just body. Remember, Beachbody is more than body, guys. Beachbody is a lifestyle. I have people asking me all the time, well, what's the price of this and what's the price of that? You know what my answer is? I don't care. I don't sell products. I sell a lifestyle. I will help you change your life, right? The price of the product to me is irrelevant, because I will continue to drink my Shakeology. I will continue to buy programs. I will continue to do them. Why? Because it's changed my life. And you know what? Honestly, at this point in the game, it doesn't matter what the price is to me. I would still buy it, right? Because I know it works and I know what it's done for my life. And people see that. And I want people to see that in you. I want people to get excited. I want people to ask you questions when you're dropping 10 pounds in 3 weeks. Even if you drop 10 pounds in 2 months, it doesn't matter. People are going to want to know, how did you do it? And you sharing your story is going to make you relatable to other people, right? My story is not the same as Eric's. My story of being divorced has nothing to do with Eric, and I won't attract the same people that Eric will, and he won't attract the same people that I will. And same with Tara and Michaela. Your guys' stories are completely different, right? But what does happen with your story is it always changes. Your story always changes, so you guys get to take it to the next level as far as you want to go, and just share it. And share it often, and share your struggles. That kind of goes along with sharing your ups, sharing your downs. It's okay if you fall off the wagon. It's okay if you feel like you gained 10 pounds after Nashville. Actually, I did gain 10 pounds after Nashville. I'm not sure if it's water, but it's up there. And you know what? I'm not afraid to struggle. I'm not afraid to share that struggle, because I know what happens when I talk about my struggles and then I show the wins. People are, their minds are blown. They're like, Shawn, you keep falling, but you keep getting back up. That's what Beachbody is all about, is to better ourselves, mind, body, spiritually, and in our case, in the long run, financially as well. But again, it's all about you guys sharing your story and helping others. So we want to show everyone what we do as Beachbody coaches. Be loud and be proud. We want to give everyone an honest, true, clear example of what the products can do for their lives. And how do we do that? Is we do the products. We drink the shakes, use the portion control containers, do the workout programs. But you know what? I'm going to give you guys a little hint right now. Too many coaches. There's something about this team that you guys don't understand. We are unique. We have a very good blend of people. We all strive to help each other. But we all do the same thing. We all do a program, and what we all should be doing is doing one program from beginning to end and then share it. And I believe that's one of the true successes of this team, is we share a lot about our own journeys. So start a program, choose a program, start in day one and finish it, and then talk about it. That is where you guys are going to see some huge success. And you know what, for a good year, almost 2 years, I lost all my weight on Power 90, lost 55 pounds in 4 months, and I kept it off until my surgery. So I really ran about the 190, 192 mark. But after that program, I kind of just dabbled in a lot of different programs. I did Body Beast, I did Insanity. What else did I do? Again, Power 90, when P90X3 came out, I did a little bit of that. But I never took a program and started it from the beginning to the end until in April, after our Jamaica trip. I said to myself I am going to make it to Nashville, and I'm going to be lower than I was before my surgery. And I did. And how I did that was I started with the 21-day fix. I knew I had to build a habit again. I knew I had to get into the right mindset. And I did it. And the first 3 weeks, I lost 7 pounds. And that was enough to kick off my journey of the 23 pounds in 12 weeks. So what I want you guys to do, being a proof of the product, is pick a program and then do it right from start to finish and give it everything you got. And are you going to have some bad days? Yeah, you will. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to have some bad days. There's not going to be every day that you want to get off the couch and you want to work out. But when that happens, you got to remember what your why is, and remember what your story is, and remember what you want to create in your story. So that being said, be proof that our products work, but you got to get up and you got to do the work yourself. Talk about what you were doing. When you start talking about what you are doing, people will be interested in you and what is happening in your life. You create followers, you create a fan base, you build a brand. That is what you're doing when you are talking about what you are doing. You're building a brand for you and your business. And it might seem trivial right now, you know, those 1 or 2 people that you're adding a day. But think about this, 1 or 2 people adding a day over a 4-year time. There are many Beachbody coaches that are part of the Millionaire Club right now that 3-4 years ago, they started off with adding 1 or 2 people. And if you can duplicate what they're doing, just think of it as the book, The Compound Effect. Everybody that you're adding now over time creates even greater things. Okay, so if you're doing two people a day right now for the next year, that's 730 people. 730 people that you've just added in 1 year. Now think if you step that up to 10. Okay, you can do the math. So being the proof of what you're doing and talking about it, people are going to start following you and be interested in what is happening in your life. They'll start asking you questions. They're gonna see you drinking that Shakeology. They're gonna see that you drop those 10 pounds. They're gonna see that your mindset has changed, and they're gonna ask you questions. What are you doing? What are you doing right now that, you look fantastic? What are you doing? And that's your time to share your story. They're going to be curious and they're going to be intrigued. They will want to be a part of what you are doing. And I'm saying that truthfully, you guys. I have had many people, and I'm sure Eric and Scotty as well, have had people come to them just out of the blue saying, you know what, I've been following you for the last year. I'm ready. I want to do what you did. Right? But you got to start now, and you got to start building your brand. And how do you do that? Being proof of the product. So today I got a little homework assignment for you. I want you guys to ask yourself these questions. Number 1, I started using Beachbody products because. So I want you to write that down, and then I want you to tell me your story. Why did you start using the Beachbody products? In my case, I started doing the Beachbody products because I wanted to lose weight, because I thought my marriage was crumbling because of the way I looked. I just didn't think I was given enough passion, and I thought that my looks and my weight played a huge factor in that. So it all started to, my Beachbody product started because I was trying to save my marriage. I'm so happy I did that because I'm going to share my story. Why am I so happy that I did? Even though my marriage didn't work out, I'm happy of who I became because of Beachbody. There's so many things that Beachbody has given me, and I'm not even talking about financial. I've got 2 brothers right now that we plan on doing some huge things. You know what? I can pick up the phone at any time and they're there. And really, to me, that's much greater than the financial gains that I can have. Is I've got a bigger family now. They say that you become like the 5 people you surround yourself with. And yes, they live on the other side of the world from me, but you know what? I watch and I listen and we talk, and they're my best friends. And it grew more than that. They're my brothers, they're my family, right? So I'm happy because of that. And now as a coach, I want you guys to write out what you're going to do as a coach now that you are a Beachbody coach. and be very clear about your goals, because when you're clear about them and you write them down, they will come true, because you will understand that this is what I'm going for, this is what I want to do, and everything will come together in time. Okay? When you stand and share your story in an empowering way, your story will heal you, and your story will heal someone else. So that being said, start thinking about your story and how you can share it with people. Write it down. I like to share my story with, I do a Facebook post, and I do it quite often because every time I post, someone else sees it, right? You don't always show it to the same people. That's not how Facebook works. So the more you post it, the more people will see it. So now what do we got to get you to do? I'm going to go to you guys individually. I'll take it off the share screen. I want you guys to share with the team, what is your story and why did you become a Beachbody coach? We were going to do this last week, but it was being our very first training. We got caught up in what Eric and I were doing, and we were just ready to teach. And, Eric and I sat back and we said, you know what? We've got all these fantastic coaches. I wish there was more of you on tonight, but we don't really know their story, or why did they become a Beachbody coach? So, that being said, I am going to take it off. I don't know how to get it off.
Click that one, Shawn. Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Why is it telling me to share already? You guys are still seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. There's got to be an end.
Well, you figure that out, Shawn. I'm going to add something because it's something you do so well. And I think that, oh, there we go. Okay. But so we heard Danielle and Tony say this at Super Saturday. You don't share your journey, you say with the program start to finish for how many likes you get or views you get. You share it, one, to hold yourself accountable, because when you do that, you're going to stay accountable. You're putting yourself out there. And two, it's just to show people, how do I say it? People, you're not going to always get a ton of engagement, but people are going to see you over time, just like you were talking about the compound effect, so that by the time you do share that before and after, they know, oh yeah, they were doing that every single day. So it's one, hold yourself accountable. Two, just share it all the time, because even if you're not getting a ton of engagement, people know what you're doing. And even though they're not liking or commenting anything like that, they see it. And that in itself is powerful. So I just wanted to add that, because you're good. Oh, and then also go ahead.
And then I have one more thing to add that kind of made I guess my side of the business really push forward. So when I first started, I used to post every single day my workouts, and I was like, hey, why am I not getting everyone was seeing it, but it was okay, here's my workout for the day. Here's another workout. So came okay, Dom's posting another workout. Whoop-de-doo. And it wasn't until I started posting not what I was doing, but why. So starting off why I'm doing this and how it can help you. And then say oh, and then I'm doing this. So just
start with why.
Yeah. Just start why am I showing this to you? Why, how can this help you? And then another big thing, I forget who it was from, but not giving them everything that you're doing. So not saying I'm doing this Beachbody program called 21 Day Fix, or look at my Shakeology. It's here's my protein shake that I drink, or
superfood.
Yeah, or this weightlifting program that I'm doing. Yeah. So, but intrigue and interest. That was a really big thing, because then people will start coming to you and be oh, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, creates the curiosity.
Yeah.
Sorry, we stole your thunder, Shawn.
No, it's not my thunder. It's the team's thunder. I hope every one of the coaches we have here steal both our thunders. That means we're doing something right. I'd be excited if that happens. I know Scotty would be excited if I surpassed him. So,
damn right.
I want all of you guys to steal my thunder. Go after it. I'll even help you do it. So that being said, Michaela, why don't you share a little bit about your story? Why did you become a coach?
There we go.
There you are.
I'm here. Okay, I didn't hear you. It cut out.
Oh, no problem. Why don't you share your story? Why did you become a Beachbody coach?
Well, I became a Beachbody coach simply. I just love helping people. I am finishing up my degree right now for counseling teens and young adults with drug and alcohol addiction. And I just saw this as another opportunity, an avenue to use my set of skills and my passion for health and fitness to really just create more leaders and help people see the potential in themselves. I don't know. I just love helping people.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. And Eric, just for the people that have not, maybe even when it comes to my coaches, why don't you just share your story quickly with everybody that will view this call after?
Basically, I wanted that discipline. I was like a skinny guy, and I wanted that confidence. So it was more about the as far as like starting my fitness journey with Body Beast, it was more about the confidence mentally and disciplining myself with the program. And then with coaching, it became, I want this lifestyle where I can, excuse me, like be at home with my kids. I can raise my kids from home. I can be there with Dominique to grow our relationship. I can provide a home for our family that was full of love and growth and compassion, because I didn't have that growing up. So that's that's a fuel to my fire. The burning passion within me is that home, and then to help other people with that. How about you?
Dun, dun, dun.
I love to put her on the spot.
I know.
I do it every time.
I know.
Getting better.
Well, fitness wise, I was always pretty athletic growing up, and then got into college. College happened. Stopped playing sports. Gained a whole bunch of weight. Got these really unhealthy habits, as any college person would know: eating crappy food, drinking a lot, partying, not sleeping. And then I gained a bunch of weight, like I said, about like 25 pounds. And I didn't really realize like how unhappy I was with my body and how self-conscious I was until I realized it was actually when I met Eric. We met and then we were talking, and then it was right when I first got a job.
9 to 5.
A 9 to 5 job into the career that I really wanted, that I got my degree in. And I was super excited, and Eric kind of questioned it. Like, is that what you really want to do? The first time that we met up. And I was like, yeah.
First date,
and then a couple months into it, that was when I like started questioning, like, is this really how I'm supposed to like live my life? Does anyone else feel this way, that there's just something more? And that was when I was like, okay, I'm unhappy with my job. I'm unhappy with my body. And then something just needed to change. And then so I'm like a really inconsistent person in general.
Used to be.
Well, that was my thought at the time. And so we would like start programs and then start and stop. And then it wasn't until I found 21 Day Fix that I was like, okay, it's just 21 days. I can do it. And then ever since I did that full 21 days, it was just like that confidence, not only myself, but my body and everything, to do more than that. And now I'm able to inspire other women that they can do it too, and have that self-confidence that many of us women are striving to have. So
Awesome. I love it. And Tara's hiding, but I know she's there because her screen's
Lost
moving.
Tara.
She's there. Somewhere it's moving.
She's playing hide and seek with us. There she
is.
Sorry, I was cleaning my house since it's a pigsty. The reason why I became a coach was because I wanted the financial freedom and be able to be there for my kids during the day. I wasn't able to be there for Destiny when she was like 6 months on, and I always wanted to be that stay-at-home mom to raise my own kids instead of depend on somebody else to raise my kids. And luckily I was able to stay home until Shan was about almost 2. But in my mind, that's still not good enough. And obviously everybody wants a financial freedom. So my debt is not negotiable. So yeah.
Awesome. And mine, I'll be honest with you guys. I became a Beachbody coach because I saw Scotty Hobbs pay off his mortgage and burn his mortgage on stage, and I wanted to be rich. No joke. That's what I wanted. This guy is average. He did P90X. Well, you know what? I did Power 90, and if he can do it, then I can do it. And that's how it started. It was all about the money. 100% it was. But I'll guarantee you guys something right now. If you make it about the money, you'll do the same thing that I did in the first year. 0. I didn't do a thing because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what Beachbody was about. And then when you take a step back and you actually look at everything that Beachbody gives you, just like some of you said, the physical confidence, right? The emotional confidence, the self-esteem boosting, the way you feel after you do a workout, the way you feel after you read the compound effect like Tara did, the way you feel when you walk off a stage and you've done a huge event. Beachbody has given me much bigger things than just financial. And to me, that's priceless. And I wouldn't have changed it for anything. And I'm excited to see not only where I'm going to go, but where Eric and Dominique and Tara and now you, Michaela, and anybody else who watches this call in the future. I'm going to give you guys one last tip, one last advice. Doesn't matter how hard things get, don't quit. As much as you want to quit, don't quit. And we've all had those thoughts. Every one of us have had those thoughts, including me. There was a point that I almost threw in the towel. And something just said, nope, Shawn, that's retarded. Don't do it. And you're going to find that obstacles are going to be thrown in your way, and there will be lots of things thrown at you that will want you to deter it. But like the great man Scotty Hobbs says, the devil will throw obstacles in your way to test your fate, because you're meant for greatness. And if you believe in that and you believe in yourselves, you're going a long way. And you've got some huge people that are right behind you to support you. Right? This is a fantastic team. It goes way beyond Tara, Dominique, and Eric. It goes, I can't say it enough. This team is family, and the longer you're with us, you'll really see that. You'll see how we're all growing together and how we all come together when we need to be strong for each other. So that is my call. Proof of the product works. We will see you here next week with Miss Dominique, who is talking about, I forget. Invite. And then Tara is going to be rocking the closing of our final week with recognition and what that is all about. So make sure you guys stay on top of those trainings. Don't fall behind. They're very simple to do. They're very easy to do. Sometimes it's watching a video, sometimes it's making a post, but I guarantee the next 3 weeks will change your life, and it will get you on your journey of being a fantastic Beachbody coach. All you got to do is believe in yourself. I'm out. Drop the mic. Bye, guys.